Welcome, boys and girls, to an episode of Advanced Word Study. I'm your host, Miss Chelsea, and this is your teacher, Miss Amber. In preparation for our lesson today, you'll need a few things: a pencil and some paper. Have fun!
Thank you, Miss Chelsea. Welcome back, boys and girls. We have been learning how to read and write multisyllabic words. Today, we're going to focus on vowel team syllables. And a vowel team syllable is where our vowel sound can either be short or long, and it is spelled with two vowel letters. That's what makes this different from closed and open syllables, that we have two vowel letters that work together as a team. And when I think of a vowel team, I like to think of two vowels holding hands and cheering each other on because they work together as a team to make that short or long vowel sound. So I want to practice some words that have vowel team syllables in them with you. But I want to do the first one for you. So you watch me. So here's our first word. And remember, we use these 6 syllabication steps to help us break this word down to help us read it. So we will start with step 1. Do you remember what it is? That's right. We label our first 2 vowels. And the first 2 vowels I see are E and A. And they're right beside each other. And I know, because I've learned in the past, that E and A are a vowel team. So I'm going to underline this together and put one V, because I know that those 2 vowels are a team and they're going to make one vowel sound. So I will put one V under it. So let me see if I can find another vowel. I see O and A. And O and A are also a vowel team. So I will underline it and put one V because they will make one vowel sound. Now step 2 tells us to draw that bridge to connect our vowels. So I'm drawing a bridge from vowel team EA to vowel team OA. Step 3, label the consonants on the bridge. Now, what consonants do you see in between these 2 vowels? I see M and B, so I'm going to put a C under those for consonant. Step 4 tells us to divide using the pattern we notice. I see the pattern VCCV. And we know, we have learned that with the VCCV pattern, we divide between the consonants. So I'm going to draw my line between the consonants M and B. Step 5 is to identify the syllable types for each part and label them. Now, what have we learned about the vowel team EA? It is spelled with 2 letters, so it's a vowel team syllable. And to label that vowel team syllable, we're going to put a VT above it. Now let's talk about the sound EA could make. It could make 3 different sounds. And the first sound it's going to make is long E. It could also make short E like eh. But sometimes, not regularly, but sometimes it could make the long A sound. But we would always want to try long E first. So we'll try that when we read it. Let's look at our second vowel. It's OA. So we know this is also a vowel team syllable. And we know OA says O, long O. So we're ready for step 6. To read each syllable and blend the word. So watch me read the syllables. Steam, steam. That sounds like a word I might be familiar with. Boat, boat. When I put it together, I get steamboat, steamboat. That sounds like a word I've heard before. A steamboat is a boat that is powered by steam. The steam is what keeps the boat running. So this is the word steamboat. And our vowel sound E was correct in this word. Now I want to do this word, but I want you to do it with me. get your pencil and paper and write this word on your paper. Are you ready? Step 1 tells us to do what? Label the first 2 vowels. What 2 vowels do you see? Excellent. I see the first vowel is O, and the second vowel is OA. So we see actually 2 vowels, but we're only drawing 1 line. Remember, because those are a team, so we only hear 1 vowel sound. So under there, we're writing our V's for vowels. Step 2, draw your bridge to connect your vowels. Now step 3, label your consonants on the bridge. What consonant do you see? I see the consonant C2. We only have 1 consonant on our bridge. Now we need to divide using the pattern we notice. I see the VCV pattern. And we have 2 ways to divide VCV patterns. And our charts have a 1 and a 2. So we know we always want to try this division first. And if that division doesn't work, we will try the other division. So when we're trying a division that we're not sure that is the correct one, we put a dotted line there to represent that, because we might have to go and move that dotted line. So we're going to put that there as it's temporary because we might be moving it. All right. Step 5, identify the syllable types for each part and label each of those. So let's look at our first vowel. It's O. Does anything come behind it? No. Is it a vowel team? No. Do you remember what syllable this is that we've previously learned? That's right. It's an open syllable. And open syllables, remember, they end in a vowel. Nothing comes behind it. So that open syllable is going to make a long sound. So I know that this is open syllable because it ends in a vowel. So we're going to put OP for open. And we know that this is going to say O because it makes a long vowel sound. Let's look at our second syllable. What do you notice? What vowels? O and A. And that is a vowel team that we're learning today. So we will put VT for vowel team. And we know OA also has long O. It says O. So we are ready to read each syllable and blend the word. So I'm going to do it, and then I want you to repeat after me. K-O, co. K-O, co. Now let's put it together. Co, co, cocoa. Cocoa. Cocoa is that brown powder that is used to give chocolate flavor. So if you drink hot chocolate, you mix that with that brown powder to give that chocolate flavor. I love hot cocoa. All right, let's do the next word. Write this one on your paper. All right, step 1, label your first 2 vowels. I hope you underlined the O and AI because AI is a vowel team. So we're underlining that and putting 1 V under it because it's going to make 1 vowel sound. Step 2, draw your bridge. You're ready for step 3. Label the consonants on the bridge. Man, let's think about this. I see 3 consonants. But what do we know about PL? That's right, I heard you. PL is a blend. So remember, we like to keep blends together and think of that as 1 consonant because we blend those sounds together. And when we're dividing, it's easier if we think of that as 1 consonant. So then I'll put another C under M. So now we've seen this pattern before, and we're ready to divide it. Do you remember where we divide a VCCV pattern? Yes, great job. We divide between the consonants. That's right. Now we're ready to identify the syllable types for each part and label each of them. So let's look at our first vowel. We have O, and it's followed by consonant M. Do you remember what type of syllable that is? That's right, it's a closed syllable. Closed syllables end in one or more consonants and they make a short vowel sound. Remember, we think of like closed doors in a room. When we're closing it off, that consonant closes that vowel off. So O is followed by M. So it's closing that vowel off. So we're going to put CL for closed syllable. And we know that that vowel sound is short. So this will say ah. Say ah. Let's look at our second syllable. What vowel do we see here? AI. And AI's teaming up together to make that sound. So this is a vowel team. So AI will say A. It has a long A sound. Great job. Now, let's read each syllable and blend the word. I'm going to point and I want you to say the sounds and blend the word part. Calm. Ain, plain. When we put it together, we get complain, complain. Complain. And sometimes when we complain, we're saying we're unhappy or we do not like to do something. So I try not to complain too often. All right, can you do one more word with me? Great. Write this on your paper. All right, step one. Label your first two vowels that you see. I hope you underlined and labeled A and EE, because EA is that vowel team. Draw your bridge to connect your vowels. Now we're ready for step 3, which is where we label our consonants on the bridge. And I see N and T. Now what pattern do we have here? We've got to figure out where to divide. We have the VCCV pattern, so we know we divide between the consonants. So I'm putting my line between that N and T. Make sure you get your line there. That's going to help us read the syllables. Last step. Read each syllable and blend the word. Look at our word part. We forgot to label. A is followed by N. That's a closed syllable. So this is going to have a short vowel sound. EE is a vowel team, so we know it can make a short or a long sound, and EE says E. Now we're ready to read each syllable because I know that now I know my syllable type. It helps me identify the sound. And that closed syllable is going to say A, and that vowel team syllable is going to say E. I'm going to point. You say the sounds and blend the syllable. And can. Teen, teen. Let's put it together. Can, teen, canteen. Do you know what a canteen is? A canteen is a store in a school or a camp where food and drinks are sold. I can remember when I was a child going to camp and buying all my favorite snacks at the canteen at my camp. All right. So here's what I want to do. I want to add the word steamboat, which is our very first word, to our anchor chart to remind us of a word that has a vowel team syllable. Remember, in our first syllable we had EA, which said E, and it was a vowel team, and OA, which was also a vowel team. But I have one more thing for us to do. Can you help me out? I want to practice spelling some words that have vowel team syllables in it. But I will do the first one with me. So put your pencil down and just pay attention and watch. My first word is prevail. Say prevail. Let's count the syllables. Prevail, prevail. I hear 2 syllables, so I'm going to draw 2 lines to represent the 2 syllables I hear. Now, I want to think about the sounds in each syllable. So my first syllable is pre. Let me count those. P-R-E. Now let me spell it. P-R-E. And this ends with the vowel sound, so I only need to spell it with one vowel letter. Let's listen to our second syllable, veil. V-L. V-L. Why did I use a vowel team right there? Because this is in between 2 consonants. And remember that if there's a consonant at the end and we only have one vowel letter, it would be short. And I didn't say a short vowel sound, I said A. So V-L, I've got to make sure to spell it with the vowel team so that I represent that long vowel sound. And we've learned in the past that if I'm thinking about long A, I use AI in the middle and AY at the end. So this is in the middle, so I used AI. So when I write that word together, I get prevail. And when somebody prevails, they are winning against an opponent in a long or very difficult contest. So they win, so they prevail. All right, here's my next word. I want you to try this one out with me. Get your pencil back out. Our next word is encroach. Say encroach. Count the syllables with me in encroach. Encroach. I hear 2 syllables, so we're going to draw 2 lines for 2 syllables. Now what's our first syllable? N. So let's sound that out. N. We didn't say I. Pay attention. N. 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 What's our second syllable? Croach. Let's hear the sounds. K-r-o-ch. Let's try to spell that. K-r-o-ch. That was kind of long. We hear k-r. Remember, this is followed by R, so we're using a C. And then we knew that digraph ch spelled with CH. And then we have that middle sound, remember? And I said, oh, so that was a long O sound. So that was a sign to us that we needed to use a vowel team because it's followed by another sound. And if it's followed by that consonant, we didn't want it to be a short sound since it was a long O, so we spelt it with that vowel team. All right, let's do one more. I'm going to write that whole word so we can see encroach. Let's do number 3. 17. Can you say 17? Count the syllables with me. 17. This word has 3 syllables. So how many lines will we draw? That's right, 3 lines. So hopefully you get 3 lines on your paper. 17. What's our first syllable? Sev. Sound it out. S-ev. Write that on your paper. S-ev. Sev. What's our second syllable? Sev. N. N. Pay attention to my mouth movement. N. E-n. Good job. E-n. E-n. That's right, it did make a short vowel E sound. That's how we know we need to follow it up with that consonant N. And what's our last syllable? Teen. 17. T-een. T-een. Yes, we made sure we used a vowel team there because there is a consonant N after it. And we heard the E sound, so we got to make sure we tell people it's not a short vowel sound. So we use the long E for EE vowel team. That's right. Last word, freeway. Can you say freeway? How many syllables? 2. So you draw 2 lines for freeway. Freeway. What's our first syllable? Free. And I hear F-R-E. Let's spell that. F-R-E. Now why does that have 2 vowels? Because it is in between 2 in a compound word. Way. W-A. W-A. And that is at the end, and we spelt that with A-Y because we wanted to end it. Just like up here in the middle, we spelt vowel team A-I. At the end of a word, we want to spell that long A with A-Y. And my whole word is freeway. So let's review. A vowel team can have a short or a long vowel sound, it just depends. And it is spelled with 2 vowel letters. That's why we like to think of our friends O and A who hold hands and cheer each other on because they're a team together to make that vowel sound. And our example word was steamboat, where steam had vowel team EA and boat had vowel team EA. I cannot wait to practice reading more vowel team syllables in text with you in our next lesson.
Thank you, Miss Amber, and thank you, boys and girls, for your participation in today's lesson. We can't wait to see you next time. Bye!